Man watches his niece get dragged away on a live video call. The city is falling. He has no army, no country, no backup, just a watch still tracking her wrist. What would you do? In Barcelona, a phone buzzes. Connor ignores it until a video call comes through from Kharkiv. It is Riley, his niece, an aid worker at an orphanage. He is screaming. Soldiers are storming the building. The call goes dead. Connor stares at the frozen screen, then dials Charlie, his old contact. Charlie is a logistics man who moves people and money in the shadows. He saw the capture on the same feed and tells Connor to wait. Money can buy her freedom. But Connor is not a waiting man. He demands a flight into Kyiv tonight. Charlie relents. A private extraction team is leaving from Prat airport in 2 hours, pulling a Ukrainian billionaire out of Kyiv. Connor can hitch a ride, but Charlie delivers a gut punch. Connor goes in alone. Connor accepts the terms. Charlie answers with a condition: thank me when you get her out. Halfway across the world, a man named Kyiv crouches beside a wounded Ukrainian policeman. He speaks softly about the smell of fear and describes watching the last breath leave a body with the reverence of a collector. Then he finishes the job. Kyiv is the man who took Riley, and he does not negotiate. Connor arrives at Prat airport and spots the extraction team. A loud British mercenary called Bunny blocks his path with a crude joke. Connor brushes it off. Charlie arranged this ride, and the team is wheels up in 5 minutes. Charlie calls with intel on Kyiv, former GRU, a convicted predator recruited by the Skorzeny group, a private mercenary outfit. Charlie has also lined up a local guide named Danny, a man who knows Kharkiv better than anyone. Connor lands in Kyiv and meets Danny at the curb. Danny is loud, blasting music, grinning like he is picking up a friend for a road trip. He grabs Connor's bag and calls him the Terminator. Connor does not crack a smile. On the drive, they round a corner and hit a checkpoint. Bratva, armed men in the road. Danny's smile vanishes. He tells Connor to stay quiet and let him handle it. The mobsters search the car. One demands Connor's phone, the only link to Riley's location. Connor refuses. The standoff is seconds from turning violent. Danny pulls out his own watch, a 10,000-pound Swiss chronograph, and offers it as a bribe. The mobster takes it. Danny just traded a fortune to save Connor's phone and maybe both their lives. They reach Danny's safe house. Connor meets Danny's wife Anna and his 2 small children. Danny is not doing this for money. He is doing it to buy his family a way out. Anna does not want Danny to go. But Danny insists Charlie gets his family out if Danny gets Connor to Riley. And the news gets worse. Russian paratroopers have seized Hostomel. Kyiv is under military lockdown. Anyone not in uniform will be shot on sight. Connor says they get uniforms. Danny says they wait until dawn. 2 men, 2 families, 1 desperate bargain. Dawn breaks. Charlie calls with grim news. Langley expects Kyiv to fall within days. But the curfew lifts as all men aged 18 to 60 are ordered to report for military service. The streets fill with civilians becoming soldiers overnight. Connor and Danny move out on foot. Riley's smartwatch signal keeps bouncing around Kharkiv, but the battery is dying. Every hour they lose is a mile. Riley disappears. Connor opens up about Riley's father. They were brothers in the Navy SEAL together. The father died in Ramadi in 2006. Connor stepped in. He is the only family he has left. They reach the edge of the battle lines near a village called Shlyak. Kharkiv is still 2 days on foot. Charlie confirms the road ahead is locked down for 10 miles of active combat. The watch battery will die long before they arrive. Connor decides to cut straight through the battlefield. Danny is horrified, but Connor is already moving. They hit the front lines. Russian soldiers patrol the tree line. Connor steadies Danny. Fast is fine, but accuracy is final. They encounter Ukrainian soldiers in the trees. Tensions spike. Connor talks them down and learns the way ahead is a meat grinder. The soldiers tell them to move fast before a sniper spots them. But there is a bigger problem. The Russians have intercepted foreign radio chatter. They identify the signal as Nightingale, Riley's codename. Kyiv's superiors order an artillery barrage on the entire grid. The sky lights up. Missiles rain down. Danny screams that they have to move. The barrage is marching straight toward them. Explosions throw them to the ground. Danny drags Connor through the chaos. They barely escape, but Connor takes a brutal hit. He wakes on the other side of the battlefield. The entire day is gone. Danny tells him he is in bad shape, but Connor refuses to rest. Riley's watch is almost certainly dead. Every second he wastes is a second. She disappears further into Kyiv's grip. But Connor fires back. Every country has sins. The kids in the forest were conscripts, not monsters. War is not black and white. Danny calls it a monster. Either man has a clean answer. They keep walking. Tank appears on the road. Danny spots the Z marking, Russian for victory. He slip past it. Then a drone appears overhead. The buzzing grows louder. The beeping starts. And the explosion and screaming in the distance. They hear a woman screaming. Connor freezes. Could be Riley. Danny checks the signal. She is close. But the screaming is coming from a different source. They find a woman being assaulted by Russian soldiers. Connor wants to intervene. Danny stops him. If they engage, they draw more soldiers and lose their chance at Riley. But Connor cannot stand by. He moves in and handles it. 1 gunshot later, the soldier is down. but the noises cost them. Danny is furious. They are so close to Riley, and Connor just painted a target on their backs. They find a mother and children hiding in the wreckage. Connor promises to get them to safety, but Danny pulls him aside. They cannot bring civilians. Connor asks what about Danny's family, does he not want someone to help them? Danny has no answer. They keep moving. They push deeper into Kharkiv. The city is in ruins. Connor's phone rings. Charlie on the line. Connor is staring at Riley's watch. It is on a Skorzeny soldier's wrist. Signal has stopped moving. Charlie's only intel, the Ukrainians are planning a major counteroffensive at sunrise. If Riley is being held here, the city is about to become a battlefield again. Then gunfire erupts. Danny is pinned down. Connor goes in after him. And then through the chaos, a voice rings out, loud, British, and absurd. It is Bunny. His team tracked the same Skorzeny group holding foreign hostages, and Riley might be among them. Bunny's team clears a building and takes a breath. Bunny pours drinks and raises a toast. Lie to save a friend, cheat death, steal a maiden's heart, and win. He asks Connor how a madman like him has survived this long. Connor's answer is simple. He is good at eliminating things. Bunny respects the honesty. Bunny reveals the target. The Skorzeny group is holding hostages in a police station 4 clicks away. Same building where Kyiv is operating. Now watch how these two teams move on a fortified position together. Ukrainian scouts join them for the counteroffensive. They will handle the civilians. Connor and Bunny's team handle the station. Inside, Riley is in a cell with other hostages. He tells a woman named Lisa that no one is coming. They have to save themselves. But someone is coming. Riley just does not know it yet. Bunny's team finds an overwatch position. Zeus reports technicals on the front steps, enough troops inside to take over a banana republic, snipers and machine guns on the roof. Frontal assault is suicide, but Danny has a card up his sleeve, tunnels. Built as bomb shelters in World War II, then adapted to sneak attack Nazis. Danny played in them as a kid. Tunnels are their way in, nice and quiet, no booby traps because nobody knows they exist. They rig the plan and move in. Connor calls Charlie. He needs an extraction for 12 people within the hour. Charlie gets to work. Bunny rallies the team. Once inside, they do not stop. They move through the building like a blade. Explosives blow the sealed door. Inside, Kyiv is interrogating Yuri. But a call comes in. His men have been ambushed. Kyiv orders everyone back to the station. In the cells, Kyiv's men are selecting hostages. One guard plays eeny meeny miny mo to pick who dies next. The prisoners beg for mercy. The guard picks a victim but says perhaps tomorrow. Kyiv confronts Riley. He knows someone has come for her. He asks who. Riley tells him that if he is who she thinks he is, Kyiv should be the worried one. Kyiv is called away. The noose is tightening, but so is Connor's. The team splits. Bunny's group hits the front. Connor pushes toward the cell block. He finds Riley behind a door. He screams his name. He tells her to back up. He is coming through. The door opens. Riley is alive. Connor has her. But Kyiv realizes the hostages are being taken and orders every man back to the station. Now watch how Bunny's team handles the response. The station erupts into a full-scale firefight. Connor grabs Riley and the other hostages and moves for the exit. Bunny's team clears rooms with grenades and gunfire. Zeus is singing through the chaos. Connor learns Yuri and his wife are dead. The billionaire extraction is off the table. But that was never Connor's mission. He has Riley, and that is all that matters. Bunny's team pushes toward the exit. Connor takes a hit, but his vest catches it. Bam Bam is out of ammo except for one last explosive. A grenade flies. The door blows open. They run for the street. Charlie is on the radio. The helicopter is inbound, 5 minutes out. The team has enemies on their heels. Now watch how they fight their way to the exfil. The team moves through the streets under fire. Danny appears on the left flank. He came back. He lays down cover fire and helps shepherd the hostages. Connor tells Danny to take Riley and go. Danny refuses to leave Connor behind, but Connor is right behind them. The car screeches in. Everyone piles in. They pull out with bullets flying behind them, but the helicopter is gone. The extraction was shut down, redirected for a medevac. The team is stranded in a war zone with nowhere to run. Connor and Bunny keep moving through the streets, fighting block by block. Danny guides them through the wreckage. Ammo is running low. The team is bleeding. Everyone is moving because stopping means dying. Connor's gun clicks empty. Danny is out too. They are cornered, armed with nothing but desperation. Then Danny spots something. A tank rounds the corner, but there is no Z on it. It is Ukrainian. The counteroffensive has arrived. The Ukrainian forces push through and clear the path. Connor, Riley, and the team are saved not by Charlie's helicopter, but by the Ukrainian army reclaiming their own city. Charlie calls. Connor tells him they made it out. Riley gets on the phone and thanks Charlie. He tells her it was always the plan. Connor says good luck. Danny says the same. One going home, one staying to defend his. Connor walks away with Riley. Danny watches them go, then turns toward the sound of gunfire. The war is not over for him, but for Connor the mission is complete.